All right. Hello, everyone. I know this is a bit of a different looking video, I'm sure. Um, but I think, um, I think it's important that I talk about some things, right? The YouTube has been, a place to have fun, you know. But something interesting that I noticed is that there were, and still is obviously, but um, there was I guess, series that I tried. It didn't really get anywhere, at least from what I was looking at. Normally, I don't really pay attention to view counts or what have you, but it didn't really do anything. Uh, so, so I figured, obviously that didn't do well, that is no longer going to be a series, which was the Persona 5 Royal. And I do believe that part of it was, the game's been out for years, I'm sure. But I mean, I'll still be playing it on my off time, of course. But the second thing, something that's a little bit more relevant, you know, is that I am trying to gather some insight as to, maybe some long-term series that could be a thing that happens, right? Obviously suggestions, it is a little bit hard for me to gauge them all the time. And, that is, a kind of a thing that I never really thought about. So, I guess this video is kind of a announcement slash discussion area. If you guys have any suggestions for maybe some long-term series that I could reasonably do, uh, go ahead and leave some suggestions. I will look at all of them and see what can be, reasonably done or what have you. I have ideas, but it does help to get the community involved. Third thing is that I am recording this a little bit differently. The Streamlabs OBS, I believe, was causing me more grief. So right now, this is, the OBS studio, and I'm thinking that, hopefully with the less strain from, this, I might be able to start streaming. Hooray. Uh, Obviously, it is going to be more of a trial, a chill trial. I do believe that, hopefully it'll work better. Obviously, if not, that is perfectly fine. Obviously, I did have some series that, were playlists, obviously. Though the only one that I know I kept up is the Corporate Clash and the unedited videos because the other ones were kind of old. You know, I don't really feel the need to keep like separate ones up that I'm not updating. Kevin Adventures, obviously, that one I stopped a while ago. Um, there was a one-on-one playthrough, that one I just did not have enough, you know, time to coordinate with, my friend that I was working with, all sorts of things. Um, so, But I do believe that I do want to do more long-term series that I can just sit down and record, feasibly, of course. Uh, but obviously, even I need to learn things. What's even a good game to do a long-term series on? For example, Corporate Clash, that one, I did max my Lawbot. And as I said in the maxing video itself, it is, I'm not done with Corporate Clash, obviously, but it will, until the next update, that one is kind of done. Like I might make the occasional one or two videos or streams on it, but it's not really, the long-term series itself is done, right? Like, because Judge, he's pretty much, he maxed Sellbot, Cashbot, has a lot of the drops that I was hoping to get on him. I think he's only missing one drop from Oklo, the diploma bow. Uh, Obviously, I'll try to eventually get that. But until the next update, I mean, that series is done. He's maxed out Lawbot. He did the maxing thing. Sadly, it was not a maxing ceremony, but, it is what it is. It was still recorded. It was still a good time. Definitely check it out if you have not. But that series is done. But because it was an official series, it is. And even if it doesn't really get updates anymore, that is one that I still will keep on uh, having for people that, watch it, whenever. And they can watch through each of the individual episodes and, stuff. Obviously, I have ideas. Some ideas that I already had thought of, but need people for and whatnot, is some, maybe like some sort of. I mean, there was like a lot of ideas that I thought of. Like I did think about podcasts, but the fact of that is that I don't know what I would really do. I mean, it is pretty much a longer form of my videos, I'm sure. But honestly, that would be its own thing. But it would be fun. Maybe I could occasionally get some of my friends to help out with it. I'm not sure though. Uh, um, Obviously, another one that I was thinking of is I do want to do a role play series with some of my friends, but you know, uh, let's just say some problems arose when I did try it. Uh, I would be willing and open to do it again, but the problem was more of a, I need to make sure that everyone that is involved with that, you know, my friends that would like to assist in that, are able and, don't need any more, I guess, permission. But another announcement that is exciting, other than, I'm probably gonna try streaming, uh, once this video is live, that, you know, uh, the first, and let's say it's 2:48, maybe, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes or maybe an hour, depending on how it goes. I will probably be live streaming, at least that little trial one that I just mentioned. But yeah, I do want to do more long form series as they're more fun to do. Of course, editing, I can do it, obviously. Uh, I would prefer not to if I could avoid it, but if I have to, things can be edited. Uh, but a last thing is that uh, I have my own little project that I've been working on uh with some of my friends, those um who might know me on Discord or what have you, is probably already know what I'm gonna say. So for the past while, I was keeping um, in contact with some of my friends regarding the Clash documentary that I am doing some editing for. Uh, it is a small little group, and obviously, they said it doesn't, you can share it, as long as I'm not giving any spoilers for it, obviously. But it is going to be a fun project when that eventually uh, is done. I've been doing editing for it for a while, and I sent the rough draft out to the people that needed it. So if anything, once I hear back from them, I'll probably end up making that rough draft and putting, like, the it's unedited, of course. It's a rough draft for a reason, and it'll probably just end up being a unedited video that'll be in the unedited videos playlist that is, that I've had. But that's something for, once I finish my editing and what I need to do with that. But um, but I understand that, it was a lot of footage to go through. And even all I did, with the small bits of shortening it down and whatnot, it was still ended up being a lot of footage that still is there. But irregardless, it if anything, that rough draft is probably gonna, like I said, once I know what needs to be done as far as the rough draft is concerned, I'll be working on that. But yeah, so I'd say that's all the announcements for now. Uh, Obviously, leaving links. Obviously, I'm always on Discord. Uh, I'll probably put a link to the lovely streaming and whatnot Discord that me and my partner have. We've had it for a while, obviously. Uh, uh, you know, but obviously, I'm putting a link to that. The Twitch, obviously. But all those links are going to be in the description, except for the Clash documentary one. But once I know, once we are done with the rough draft and all that, and it eventually comes out, I'll be happy to share the rough draft, but I don't want to share it too soon, uh, to avoid the spoilers that are obviously contained within. But I do hope that when it is viewed and I'm able to move the rough draft into the unedited videos, that you'll watch both versions and see, how much work went into it. Uh, I I had I had enjoyed doing the editing for it, and I believe that is all the announcements for now. Obviously, in the comments, please leave some interesting ideas for the long-term, long form video series that I want to start doing. But otherwise, this is the Gaming Robot, and I never came up with the ending bit, did I? I know I just usually do. It's the Gaming Robot, Goodbye for now, everyone. Eh, we'll come up with one eventually, I'm sure. Obviously, if you're new, consider, subscribing to join the robot army today. That is the, canon name for the subscribers of my YouTube and followers on the Twitch, obviously. It's all the same. I mean, it's run by the same person, so I would hope it's all the same, huh? But yeah, obviously, all that being said, I am so happy, for all the support in general. I talked about it in my 2025, the last video that I did of 2025, which was the maxing. But I do hope that, we can keep the support going into this lovely year of 2026. And obviously, we will see you all here next time, hopefully. Goodbye for now, everyone.